There's another gaming controversy afoot. But don't you worry, I am here to cover that today. Another weird and strange controversy with crazy freaking takes, dudes. Like absolutely wild. All around a game called Pragmata, published by Capcom. This is only my second reaction video on the channel, technically, that I have officially put up on its own. And I'm taking my boot and I'm stepping deep into that mud. I am getting the boots dirty, boys. We are full sending this, and I'm gonna react to some videos today about some of the controversies and some of the things being said about Pragmata, a game where here's the thing, I haven't even played this game. It was actually on my release schedule to do a live playthrough of, and I just kind of looked at everything I've been doing lately, and I said to myself, I don't have enough time for this. It looks really, really good, and I really want to play it. I just don't think I can make the time to play it. But it has been on my list. But the idea is that people have been calling it Dad Simulator and Dad Slop. You play as this it's like almost like an astronaut or a space soldier who escorts a robot that is essentially like a little girl, and they develop this bond, and it's like a dad and daughter like bond as they go throughout the game, which is, by the way, nothing new here. We've seen this before, but it has made a lot of people say, gamers say, I want to start a family, I want to have children, and apparently this is some crazy hot take that people are just absolutely losing their minds over. Just losing it, dude, just frothing at the mouth. So I have some videos we're going to dive into, but before we do that, I would like to show you the t-shirt that I'm wearing. Check it out, y'all. It says, in my Bandit era. It's got a picture of Bandit with his two girls, Bluey and Bingo. Check it. Very cool t-shirt. Love his t-shirt. Keep in mind, this t-shirt is sold at a major retailer, and it is selling well. I tried getting this t-shirt 3 separate times, and it was like sold out. I eventually got it, though. Why is the t-shirt thing relevant, you ask? Just a little side piece note I'd like you to keep in mind as we dive into this kind of this controversy. And also keep in mind, not only am I a man, I am also a father. Once again, apparently saying you want kids and to have a family is a crazy take, and we're gonna dive into why right now. Okay, go ahead and swap there. All right, so this video is entitled Capcom's Game Pragmata Enraged the Modern Audience. Hero High is the name of the channel, with this one at 667K subscribers. So let's go ahead.
Capcom's new
We're going to press play there.
Has been a great success since its recent release on April 14th, currently getting an overwhelmingly positive score over on Steam. Many men and women are talking about how they're enjoying the father-daughter-esque relationship between Hugh Williams, the MC, and Diana, an android that he meets. However, Twitch streamer Hasan Piker and a number of Reddit moderators are getting very offended by this game. This user going to our video games, showing how their post on our PlayStation was removed by the mods, and it simply said, "Wonderful game. This game was..."
It got removed from the Reddit? My bad for saying this game was great. Wonderful game. This game was absolutely 10 out of 10 for me. And then a picture of Pragmata. I definitely recommend this game. Sorry, this post has been removed by the moderators of our PlayStation. Why do y'all think they removed that? Why do you think they would have removed that? Man, that's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. This is such a simple take. Let's keep going.
Was absolutely a 10 out of 10 for me, and that the OP definitely recommends the game. But as mentioned, it seems like the Reddit mods really didn't like this post. How dare this guy celebrate the game and recommend it? That post ended up getting deleted. With additional context in the responses, we can see a user had said, "I remember seeing and upvoting your post. Did they say why your post was removed?"
No, of course they didn't. I mean, I'll pause it right there. Of course they didn't. It's spineless, dude. I just want to say, I know a lot of you Reddit mods love, I mean, it's pretty clear because we all have the meme about it, but it's like y'all just love power for no reason. Like, you just want to sit there and input your opinions by removing posts or banning people or whatever it is. And you have no baseline to do it. You're not going to explain yourself. You're just going to, my opinion. Let's see. What are the comments? I remember seeing an upvoting your post. Did they say why your post was removed? No reason given. I even messaged them telling them why I got removed, and they just ignored me. Man, crazy. I mean, I certainly didn't think they'd come back with like a reasonable response as to why they removed it. Why would they do that? That's silly talk. And then this guy says mods are basement dwelling Cheeto finger white knight fedora hat wearing Fs. I mean, sounds about right.
The OP says no reason was given, that he even messaged the mods asking why it got removed and was just ignored. In another example from 15 hours ago, a user simply asked, is Pragmata good? And that post was also removed by the mods.
What? Yeah, why? They're just removing anything to do with Pragmata? Do they not have a love for video games and consoles? I mean, I get white knighting and being a basement dwelling weirdo, but like, come on, dude. Like, not one discussion?
So many posts about Pragmata on the PlayStation subreddit are getting deleted that a user even asked, can a mod explain why Pragmata posts are being taken down, please? And that ended up also getting deleted by the mods with no explanation given. A top 1% user of the Our PlayStation subreddit went on to try to defend the behavior of these moderators, even going on to say that all of the positivity around Pragmata just must be astroturfing. It can't be authentic. But other users weren't falling for that, pointing out the hypocrisy and double standards of the moderators and how they are taking a much more heavy-handed approach against Pragmata posts than they have other recent releases. As for the astroturfing claim of that user, this response specifically goes on to call that out, saying Marathon was not that long ago and was being shilled way harder than this game is, and yet I never once saw mods intervene for the sake of quality control for that game.
Man, you just gotta wonder why. You just gotta wonder why.
Those are just a few examples of what's going on over on Reddit. Now we'll take a look at the clip of Twitch streamer Hasan Piker that's been...
Oh, great. I've only heard this guy. I've never seen a Hasan Piker stream, bro. I've seen clips, and that's enough for me to know that this guy is stupid. He's stupid. I don't understand how he has a platform to talk about the things he does, but he does, so here we are.
Going around talking about Pragmata.
In any case, what is this? Capcom's Pragmata. Wait, did it come out already? Pragmata, it's making thousands of people suddenly want to start a family. You play as Hugh, a soldier, stranded on a ruined lunar research station. His job is protecting the childlike android Diana while fighting rogue AI. It's out already? Is it good? Isn't this like Death Stranding in one emotional...
Did he say like Death Stranding? He said like Death Stranding? Is this game like Death Stranding? So this is how you know right away when someone clearly doesn't know what the hell they're talking about, bro. They don't know. When they compare a game to another game and those two games are like, they're just, it's not there. You know what I mean? Like, he's about to have some hot take right now. That is a million light years away. Also, what is bro wearing? He looks like he looks like he should be in like a folk music band or something. Is he one of the rejected Mumford and Sons, or is he one of the rejected Sons? Oh, okay. I've never actually taken a look at gee, what did I do? At this man's background before either. I think that's funny. Okay, hold on.
Isn't this like
Death Stranding?
Death Stranding?
Isn't this like Death Stranding?
In one emotional moment, she gives him a crayon drawing of the two of them together as a little family. Even streamers who say at the start they didn't want kids end up breaking down happy in tears. So What's really interesting about this is all of these unfuckable losers in the gaming sphere always talk about like starting families and stuff. And I don't understand like why this has become a thing that they care about. Like, if you're
What? What do you mean? I already didn't like the guy, and then unfuckable losers is absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. Hold on, let me. Does Hasan Piker have a wife and kid? Based on available information as of April 2026, Hasan Piker is not married and does not have any children. Huh. Oh, unfuckable losers. That's crazy, especially because this game has been so widely received. Think about everyone who's got a PS5 in their living room, played through the game, and thought, man, love to have this game made me feel like I wanted to have children and a family. Nah, shut that shit down, you unfuckable loser. God.
If you're a gamer, you should care about things that you actually experience. You should care about things that you actually enjoy.
Is there a Zap My Dog simulator? If he owns any video game, that should be his #1 video game. or I say stupid shit into a microphone, the simulator game. Uh-oh, I'm in trouble again. Never mind. All right, my bad. Let's hear him out.
Right? If you're a fucking lonely gamer who has never been around a woman and will never have sex with a woman,
which is the majority of the people who play that game, right? Like, that's the majority, because you're speaking from a place of like, I don't even know where this is coming from, dude. This just sounds like, he just sounds like mad for no reason. He just sounds like a mad guy.
Why do you care? Like, why do you care about having children or like riding for having children? Like, if they
I don't know, because it's like basic instinct, and most people have chosen not to have kids because of economic reasons. That and just the way the world is nowadays. But yeah, sure, chalk it up as like some weird thing to just push that aside out of your human instincts and and emotional thoughts, right? Crazy. And it's something like, oh yeah, these unfuckable losers who could never ever have children. What a crazy take, dude.
changed hot Cheetos, if they changed the recipe of hot Cheetos, if they changed the recipe of like, I don't know, Dr. Pepper or something, and you freaked out about that, that makes sense, right? Like that's precisely what your life is about. But it's
how old are you, Hasan? That's what you think gamers are flipping out about? They changed the hot Cheeto recipe and the Dr. Pepper recipe. I mean, I'd like to think we all had much bigger issues to worry about, but sure. God, what happened to the Cheeto recipe? Somebody call the VP up right now. I'm going to have a conversation with that man. Load up the camera. Starting a YouTube video. Ridiculous, bro. Like, that's the thing you should be caring about. Is hey, loser, unfuckable gamer nerd dude. Yeah, you should be caring about if they change your chip recipe and your soda recipe, but don't you dare care about having family or children of your own to continue your lineage. Or just... Oh, my God, dude. This man's brain cells are fighting to the death right now. And somehow they both end up in a draw.
As far as like LARPing about starting families and whatnot, this is something that I never understand. It just doesn't make any sense to me.
LARPing to have a family. You know, I think it's crazy too because video games are an art and a medium, and any art is essentially created to make you feel for the characters, the story, the words that are being said. You know, like a good piece of art is supposed to make you feel something. And I think with the way this controversy has been so blown out of proportion, I would say it's done its job, man, as a medium. And the best part about video games is that it's an interactive medium. So typically, I mean, games will make you feel things that even movies, TV shows, music, they can't even touch because it's different. It's a different type of medium. You're in there, you're interacting, you feel like these characters. Just what an L take, dude. What an L take.
It's just not something that you're going to experience ever for your life, for the rest.
Okay, even so, Mr. I don't know where I was going with that one. I was going to make another folk music joke, but Mr. Hasan, what do you think I'm running around Spanish villages blasting the heads off zombies? Do you think I am an alien disguised as a human running a gas station? Do you think I'm a plumber running around jumping into pipes and fighting turtles? What do you mean we should be interested in what we experience? What? What? What are you talking about? Almost everybody who has ever played Call of Duty probably does not know how to dismantle and or use a gun properly. Okay, pal? I'll take, bro. I'll take.
Rest of your life.
Brainless.
He then spends like 25 seconds just looking for all this yes men in chat, really thinking he cooked with that take. Of course, I'm speeding this part up. It's just a lot of dead air. And you know what? I got to hand it to the man. This is some impressive stuff. It's not every day you see someone capable of being this out of touch.
Also,
not even just out of touch, but like just brainless. Can't put two and two together. Gamers play video games because that they I don't know. They play games for things they experience. Like what? I don't understand. What? That couldn't be further from the truth.
I will say, Japanese game, putting a child in there, you're playing with fire.
That's racist. that is racist.
Okay. Don't get mad at me for saying this, but I feel like any Japanese game you put like a child, it's gonna invite maybe the worst possible fandom, you know?
Maybe the worst possible fandom. I mean, you could say that. I just feel like that's such a wide take. What kind of safe video game can you make where it puts nothing in there for some sort of weirdo from some sector to be attracted to? To then be like, even still, like, just calling out all of Japan? Hey, all of Japan, you guys are a bunch of weirdos. And Preds, apparently, I don't know, man. What, did his first take not hit? So then he was like, quick, Hasan, think of another one. Think of another one. You're losing them, Hasan. Say something else. Japanese game with a girl in it, little girl. Like, dude, what? What? What are you talking about, my boy?
You know, I know it's not like that. I'm sure the game is not like that.
I know it's not like that. I know the game's not like that. I need to say something controversial and hateful right now because my channel needs some more clicks. Negative press is still press, baby.
But there will be people who take it like that.
Top responses including, he seems like a really nice, well-adjusted person. Oh, yeah. And another top response reading, I don't understand how someone could be so fundamentally broken that this is their reaction to such a simple, relatable concept.
And that by itself, that tweet by this person is the core problem of this entire controversy. It is not an issue. It is a non-issue. But apparently, the modern gaming audience, the one, by the way, that all these gaming companies keep making slop after slop after slop for, one, they're not buying it. Okay? So they say that this is what a game should have. This is our thinking. We're modern people, blah, 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 blah. These game companies make games for these ding-dongs, and then their sales don't perform. They don't. So why listen to them? People like Hasan Piker just walking around being like, this is what kind of video game I need. It's stupid. It is so stupid. Oh my God.
Despite the bizarre anger from some toward this game, as mentioned in the intro, it is currently sitting at an overwhelmingly positive score over on Steam.
Hell yeah.
As always, thank you for tuning in.
Let
Have a
it continue.
week, and I'll see you in the next one.
Hell yeah. Like for me. I like that. Hero High. Y'all should check out that video. And then I have a follow-up video, a 6-minute video. Pragmata is making people big mad, and that's a good thing, by none the other than the Critical Gamer. Yep. Y'all ready for this?
If there's one thing you can always depend on with the internet, it's that you'll find people and worldviews that are absolutely guaranteed to destroy what little faith you have left in humanity. Like
True.
Pragmata, for example, a new game from Capcom about a human soldier who befriends a small girl that's actually a robot and gradually forms a father-daughter bond with her as they work together to escape a dangerous environment. It's a wholesome, charming story of family, fatherhood and protectiveness that's been so well received, it's apparently making a lot of young people yearn to have children of their own. Which naturally means it's made all the usual suspects completely melt down on social media.
I wonder if those are all actual videos of people just raging about this freaking game, or if he just took women who were pissed off and clipped them all together.
And accused the game of everything from promoting PDF files to being some kind of weird far-right conservative brainwashing.
I'm disappointed in your species.
So am I, Neil Breen, every fucking day. This right here is why we can't have nice things. And
True.
It really says a lot about the kind of people who see something as simple and wholesome as a
Aw,
small child
I like
forming
that.
a paternal bond with a male character who can protect them and immediately go into the darkest places possible. It almost makes you wonder if there's a bit of projection going on there, doesn't it? Either way, there's definitely a lot of hang-ups and insecurities getting exposed by this game, like
Yep.
Mary Morgan from Pop Culture Crisis.
And we're going to talk about her. We're going to talk about this ding-dong. Oh, yeah. She's going to be... Yeah, y'all are going to see this. It's absolutely crazy.
Crisis here, who boldly declared, childless men do not have paternal instincts the way childless women have maternal instincts. We observe this even in the way little girls play versus little boys. Men first experience paternal instincts once they have their own children, and typically, those paternal instincts are only ever felt for their own children and no one else's.
Man, all of that, I think anyone with any sense of critical thinking can just be like, what the fuck are you talking about, Mary? What are you talking about? Hold on, y'all probably can't even see that whole sentence. I know we read it out loud. All right, let's adjust right there. Mary, what are you on about? And the thing about this tweet too is she lists 0 sources. Childless men do not have paternal instincts the way that childless women have maternal instincts. Did you not grow up with a childless, like, uncle or, like, friend of the family or anything like that who loved you and cared for you despite not having children of their own? You never had a neighbor look out for you? Like, what crazy crap is this? No sources on this, by the way. Not a man. Also, I'd like to point out, absolutely just speaking from the heart here in her own little stupid bubble. I mean, I don't know. It's crazy. All right, I'm back.
What, are you retarded? Really? That's interesting, Mary, because according to a report by the BBC from 2024, young single men today are actually 12% more likely to want children than women in the same age group, between 59 and 65% of men versus 45 to 63% of women, which is a
Man, that's crazy. Who saw that plot twist? And many more to come.
bit sad all by itself, because most of those women will eventually hit middle age and realise their future consists of nothing but solo vacations, coming home to empty apartments and drinking bottles of wine until old age or liver failure eventually claims them and they'll die alone, unloved and forgotten like they never even existed.
43 with no one to contact, posting on Twitter, hashtag independent strong woman, cries in bathtub with wine glass.
But hey, that's their problem, not mine.
It's also not living in reality, bro. I don't know, these statements or whatever, it's like, oh, good job on the internet. You got some attention. Good for you.
The point being, the majority of young men do in fact have paternal instincts. The
Uh-huh.
data bears this out, but what's even more fundamental to the male psyche that young Mary here either can't or won't ever understand is that men are first and foremost protectors. It's literally what we are designed to do. We've spent millions of years doing it in fact, and even though we're not having to go out hunting mammoths and fighting saber-toothed tigers anymore, it is still hardwired into our brains to the point where even now, men will instinctively risk their lives to help others in moments of crisis or danger. They don't
Also, too, like, a man will give every ounce of his time and life to ensure that his family and his kids have everything they need baseline.
have to be asked.
That's part of that instinct, by the way. And, yeah, the protector thing as well.
They don't think about it, they just react because it's what they do. I mean, how many news stories have you read about normal, everyday guys running into burning buildings to rescue children, or acting as human shields, or any one
True.
of 100 other ways they put their own lives on the line without even thinking? It is what men do. They protect, they sacrifice, they defend people who can't defend themselves, even complete strangers. So it's not all that difficult to imagine projecting that
Cats are acting like crackheads again in the living room. Grungus is just sitting on the shelf here. Hold on. Grungus down. Oh, Grungus. Well, my cat just launched my Charizard Evolution Mega Constructs building right off the freaking shelf, dude, and shattered it. I put it back together, but it was like, okay, dude, that's cool. Why do you do this? Do you hate me? It's probably because he hates men. Should give my cat an X account.
same instinct onto a character in a video game that's specifically designed to inspire those same exact feelings. It's what good storytelling does, believe it or not. And it's
Yeah,
not just men
said that
are
earlier.
enjoying Pragmata and responding to the parental dynamic at play there either. Women, no matter what they've been conditioned to think about family and children, seem to have pretty strong reactions of their own. I mean, check this one out.
She is so cute, and I don't even like kids, but I like her.
You. Thanks for talking to me.
Which is
all the
what
time.
good freaking storytelling does to you, bro. A lot of people like The Last of Us. Tons of people like the TV show The Mandalorian. A lot of people enjoyed Kratos in the God of War reboot.
Did she give me a gift?
Ta-da!
Is this supposed to be when we first boarded the tram?
Uh-huh. I drew it.
Aww.
Ew.
She hung it up! She hung it up! So
Uh-huh.
Alright, calm down, love. It's just a fucking game. But isn't it interesting, dear viewer?
God, shut your mouth. It's not that crazy. Oh, that was pretty good.
How all that propaganda and decades of postmodern social constructivist dog shit just goes flying right out the window the moment those hormones start rushing and biological instinct kicks in. It's like when you see those videos of women who said they never wanted kids, holding babies for the first time and completely melting down because for the first time in their lives they realize what they've been missing.
Men do this too, by the way. Men do this too. They're just less likely to show it because of social conditioning. All of a sudden, a man's warmed up to wanting a kid, having a kid. Suddenly, after holding a baby, the idea isn't so bad. But no, we can't say that. We're not allowed to say that.
A gap that can't be filled with drinking or partying or likes and subscribes on Instagram. The problem is, I genuinely think the idea of showing male characters, masculinity, and fatherly protectiveness in a positive light, and making players of both genders realize that having a family can actually be quite fulfilling and rewarding, actually brings out anxiety and full-on rage in a lot of people today. Because by golly, misery sure does love company.
It's like lashing out and doubling down on your path in life. I just can't imagine not being the type of person where you don't grow and learn and then adapt. I just feel like a lot of these women that we're talking about, they get this mindset and they double down on it instead of ever having an eye-opening experience or change of opinion or open thought. They just triple down. They just triple down. And then it's like, well, I'm 20 years into this. It's too late. You know, I've been this way for a long time. Can't change now. I don't know. And so maybe then that is the result of lashing out, depending on how many years you've gone like this. That may or may not be true. I'm just kind of thinking out loud.
It's like all those people on social media coping and seething about Sydney Sweeney being too hot because her attractiveness shines a giant spotlight on the horrifying bloated flesh prisons they've created out of their own bodies. Or the journalists imploring men not to work out anymore because strength and confidence intimidates them. Or in this case, the activists triggered by a game that's unashamedly pro-family that paints male strength and protectiveness in a positive light without trying to mock or deconstruct it because it just reminds them of how empty, bitter and meaningless their own failed lives are. I guess the point I'm making here is that if a game, movie or even a celebrity pisses off bitter, angry, childless activists on social media and inspires angry think pieces from seething journalists in their piss-smelling studio apartments, then it's a pretty safe bet that it's worth your time. Personally, I can't wait to play Pragmata and I'll look forward to delivering my own review as soon as I'm done. Anyway, that's all I've got for today. Go away now.
Go away now. I love this guy. I'm surprised I'm not subscribed to him. Man, what a good video. What a good video. All right, we're going to continue our deep dive here. Oh, look.
Yeah, I had a hot take earlier today on X.
Look who it is. It's Archive Mary. Mary Morgan. It's the lady who made the hateful comments about men earlier. Let's see what she has to say. And we're not going to watch this whole video. There's like one part here, and then I'm going to skip over to like, I think it's like the 10-minute mark or something.
But let's get into it here. I think we can have a better discussion away from X about this. So a Japanese video game studio called Capcom just published a new title over the weekend, which is called Pragmata.
Why is she saying it like she's a journalist? Pop Culture Crisis. I don't know what this podcast is, but based on her tweets, I really don't feel like she does game coverage. Otherwise, you wouldn't have to say a Japanese studio called Capcom has published a game. Like what?
Pragmata. I still don't know how to pronounce it.
You've never heard of Capcom before?
I have heard of Capcom.
Okay.
There it is. And he's trying to play it off like he doesn't want to double down. Like, nah, you said that like you hella stupid. Like, who doesn't know who Capcom is? Watch, he's going to be really nice about it right here.
I'm just saying that in case someone else hasn't.
Oh, okay.
In case someone else hasn't. Who's watching this? Somebody's 65-year-old dad? Grandpa? I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
Set on a lunar research station, the game follows spacefarer Hugh and android Diana as they work together to fight a hostile AI known as Edis.
Yeah.
I don't know how to pronounce that either. That is controlling the station and to return to Earth. So this came out over the weekend, and now it's become a massive debate online about
It doesn't have to be. I'm just saying.
whether this game is creepy or perhaps even predatory toward the child character Diana.
Is it predatory or creepy towards the child character? The answer is no. For anyone who's got a brain, the answer is no, Mary. The answer is no. And that's not why people like it. And you're stupid.
Who, by the way, in case that wasn't clear, is merely an android that appears to be a child, a human child in the game. So you play as Hugh, and you are basically the protector or guard.
Yeah. Okay, there's like a moment here at the 10-minute mark.
And then you need to protect those younger and weaker than you. And I do believe that is innate to men, and that is what is resonating with men in this game.
Yeah. I guess I was just trying to draw the distinction between how men and women respond to the vulnerability of children.
The vulnerability of children. She's just trying to... A lot of strange react. Let's clear some things up. No, I don't... Hold on.
I mean, respond to
the
vulnerability of
the vulnerability
children. I mean, babies
of
being
children.
the most helpless human beings on the planet. And
what is she talking about already?
it's my perspective that men do not have the capacity to feel for children the way that women do.
Pause right there. Men do not have the capacity to feel for children the way women do. Wow, that is a crazy take, Mary. It's crazy, too, because she's done so much research on the topic. So, I mean, she's got to be spearheading this with a ton of wisdom and knowledge and I don't know, whatever the fuck Mary does.
And I don't know if I've found a better way to articulate it than
my feelings.
Women are maternal in a more noticeable way than men are naturally paternal.
I guess, like, so one of the things I find most interesting is, like, have you ever seen those videos where it's like when mom's home alone with the children versus dad, and the dad, they're always doing something dangerous when they're home alone with the dad? Okay, like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not, like, maybe it's because I've done risky things skating for 25 years, but when I see a kid running faster than their legs can carry them, my instinct is to stop them from falling. Like, I'm not like...
I'm going to let him finish his thought, but I feel like he's really close on a point here.
Well, that's how you learn not to run too fast. My instinct is to stop them before they fall. And some might even tell you that's the wrong instinct, because the mother's instinct should be to stop them before they fall. The father's instinct should be like, they need to, sometimes they're going to need to take a tumble if they're going to learn to help themselves.
Yes. The difference being is that when you're out in public or a situation happens, the dad's not going to be like, oh, let him fall into the street. Oopsie-doozle. I guess that's a lesson learned where the kid almost gets run over by a car or possibly does. Like, that's not what's happening. It's different instincts from both genders, right? Women, it's like they're always like trying to make sure the kid is safe. A dad... and his instincts, usually for most men that I've found, once again, this is a blanket statement, doesn't cover everyone. If I have to go into that, I swear to God. But most men like practiced and safe learning environments, and they've learned to do this within their own home, right? Because it's like, okay, well, the kid's gonna get hurt, right? but it's going to be in an environment where the parents are present, where failure and getting hurt is this acceptable thing, because it's not in a life-altering like lesson. You know what I mean? Like, it is, but it isn't. It's one of those things where it's like, oh, if you jump on the couch, you're going to fall and whack yourself, right? And then we learn not to do it again. It's not saying like, oh, I'm going to let my kids start jumping off crazy high things in public. But mom's instincts probably almost all the time, regardless of home or public setting, is usually just to kind of like be like, oh, no, don't do that. Don't do that. We're going to stop that. We got to, you know what I mean? So I'm not saying one is right or wrong. They're different. And so for her to be like, I don't think dad has that paternal instinct like mom does. Of course he does. You can't measure a parent's love or instinct by its depth. These things are different, but equally paternal.
I don't know if that's right, but I know that my instinct is to stop them.
Yeah.
Since you brought
Yeah.
up the aspect of like step parents earlier, it is true that kids are far more likely to get abused by a step parent than a parent, and that is even more of a stark contrast when you look at stepfathers versus stepmothers. That is true. I mean, stepmothers are more likely to
That is true. It doesn't state sources.
to enter into a family that is not biologically theirs and be able to be competent caregivers to children that are not theirs.
What?
Because, and that's what I'm trying to say, is that women.
Okay, all right. First of all, I feel like that's wackadoo wrong. Okay. I'm pretty sure, hold on, where is it? I actually just saw this. I think it was right here. Because Pearl Davis responded on X, because Mary Morgan said, this is dumb, but she said, I would trust a male babysitter over a female one. Let's see. Actually, you are an ignorant as well. Most harm to children is perpetuated by women. So let's see this. Recent U.S. data shows female perpetrators at roughly 52% and males at 47% of unique perpetrators. Earlier analysis of National Child Abuse and Neglect Data System data consistently found females at 54% and males at 46%. Among female perpetrators, 86% were biological mothers. Among male perpetrators, only 51% were biological fathers, with the rest including stepfathers, boyfriends, relatives, or non-parents. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. So, I mean, yeah, I guess in this study, your biological mother is more likely to commit abuse than your stepmother. I don't know if that's a better look for that conversation piece, but yeah, that's dumb. That's real dumb.
Women are nurturers, and then I feel like
also too, I like how this doesn't take into account of the conversation of like, well, who let that stepfather in that hurt your child? Did he just waltz his way into his life and demand to be there? Why do mothers not take accountability for who they bring into their lives around their children? Right? By the way, same conversation you can have when it's like, well, why did dad bring around someone who was abusive, right? Why did he bring someone into his life and the child's life that was abusive? But we're not having that conversation. Right? Like, no one goes, well, like, because I mean, how often is it happening in dad's house with the stepmother? And once again, maybe that's the point she's trying to make, but I don't know. I feel like potentially a lot of cases happen where the mom brings in some boyfriend or some husband and they end up being the abuser. And it's because the mom didn't vet the new partner out very well before introducing them to their kid. I'm gonna stand on business with that, and it's gonna get me in trouble. But I'm gonna stand on business.
People really didn't even try to respond to me in earnest, and now they're dying on this hill that like men are actually better at nurturing children than women, and that's just not true.
We've got a couple of 20s here. I'm gonna read them quick. Sorry about that, Shane. Says I just have a psych minor, so what the f do I know? But there's a difference between male innate protector instinct and paternal.
Man, that's funny. All right, let's look at this single mothers versus single fathers statistics. With the proof in the pudding, by the way, with facts. This is from a Reddit post, but they do list sources. So if you guys want to go look into that, you're more than welcome to. FYI, single mothers, 80% of all prison inmates and 90% of all homelessness and runaway children came from single mother homes. Bobby Sanders. Hey, y'all, let's fill this Hall of Fame. Feet Worth Star Telegram, October 8th, 2007. 63% of youth suicides are from fatherless homes, 5 times the average. U.S. Department of Health and Consensus. 90% of all homeless and runaway children are from fatherless homes, 32 times the average. 85% of all children who show behavior disorders come from fatherless homes, 20 times the average. Center for Disease Control. 80% of rapists with anger problems come from fatherless homes, 14 times the average. Justice and Behavior, Volume 14, pages 403 through 26. 71% of all high school dropouts come from fatherless homes, 9 times the average. National Principals Association report. 70% of inmates in state juvenile detention centering serving long sentences were raised by single mothers. Wade Horn, Why There Is No Substitute for Parents. Right there, 72% of all juvenile murderers and 60% of rapists came from single mother homes. Hold on. I think my kid's calling for me. I'll be right back. Anyways, you guys get the idea here, right? You guys get what's going on here. And she also says she's not having earnest conversation after posting this psycho rant on X, dude. Lots of strange reactions to this game. Let's clear some things up. Yeah, Mary, you're one of them. It's not just strange, it's psychotic. You're like, childless men do not have paternal instincts the way that childless women. Yeah, we went over that. Once again, no source. Men first experience paternal instincts once they have their own children. And typically, those paternal instincts are only ever felt for their own children and no one else's. Once again, where is she getting this from? Mary, you sound like you've been hurt. Mary sounds like she's been hurt and she hasn't recovered and all she knows how to do is lash out. Just my take. What are you? Have you been a man, Mary? Have you been a man? Did you live 3 past lives as a man and now you're coming back as a woman to say this stuff? Men are not nurturers. That's garbage. Anyone could tell you that. Anyone who's ever had a decent male figure in their life, but whatever. Okay, whatever. Men don't gush over cute kids in public. That's also BS. That's a load of shit. Here's the thing. I guess women will make more of a spectacle over it typically, but yeah, I guess men don't typically go, oh my god, what a cute baby, or what a cute kid, da-da-da-da-da. Because having that kind of reaction, once again, is the social conditioning thing, where we've shamed men for doing that sort of thing, so they stick to the stereotypical routine. But a lot of guys will be like, hey, you got a good kid there, or you got a cute kid. You know, like you got, oh man, you've got one really wound up there. That kid's got a lot of spirit. You know, they say different things. They say it in their own way, and to me that just says like, you don't pay attention. And once again, Mary, you've been hurt. Men don't have baby fever. That's not true. I've heard plenty of men since I was young all the way up until now at 31 talk about how they want kids. In fact, I've actually seen some men say that they want kids, but they get shut down because their woman that they're with don't want to have kids. Now, this isn't speaking from statistics whatsoever, right? This is just like based on my real life experience. But I'm willing to bet if we looked into it, this is just not right once again. If a man wants to possess a child for any reason other than being a product of his own lineage, he is likely a predator. Man, this sentence right here tells me she needs help, dude. She needs help. Mary needs help, bro. If a man wants to possess a child, who said anything about possessing a child? I think any decent parent, decent dad would never say like, oh yeah, I possess a child. Psychotic wording and behavior in this, man. I just don't get it. Like no man is like, oh yeah, I'd like to possess a child, please. one child for my possession, if you may. No dad is ever going to be like, oh yeah, I possess a daughter and a son. I possess them. The wording to me it definitely screams I've been in a position of hurt. And that's just how I feel about it, man. It's so crazy to me. There's one thing to say that I want kids and that I like kids, and then another to word it as if a man wants to possess a child. Jesus. And you'd be taking the feminist / radical gender abolitionist position to protest any of the above points. That's just a bunch of garbage. That's just a bunch of pretentious garbage. And then you want to have an earnest conversation, Mary? Let's have an earnest conversation about why you're sick and why you need to seek help. This should explain why a dad simulator game marketed to mostly childless men gives people the creeps. You just can't win with people like this. They're just stupid, dude. So incredibly stupid. To those denying biology here, would you hire a male babysitter? You meet your kid's kindergarten teacher and it's a dude. How do you feel about that? What do women have that men don't? Are we beginning to understand each other now? Men aren't women. None of this is a knock against men. It's just true. What do you mean? This whole thing is just hate speech. It's not directed, in fact, although you act like it is. You have psychotic sentences such as men possessing children in here. And then you, fact check, false. W's to this person. Yeah, no, Mary is not responding. All right. If I don't know anything about men except for what other women have told me was a post. This person is fucking stupid and should be ignored entirely. Did you find this helpful? Yes. Oh my God. Bio is the equivalent to fat guy giving diet advice. Yeah, stay away from video games, Mary. You don't understand any of this. You clearly do not understand any of this. I love this. This person posted, "You're a foolish and dangerous bastard," and it's just all these women who have got caught doing crimes that they never should have been doing. Think about all the women that haven't got caught. Think about that, man. Man, crazy. Let's see. Number of perpetrators in child abuse cases in the United States, 2023 by sex. 215,000 here. Men, 197. Unknown, 4,700. Oh. Okay. This person says kind of skewed a little bit because childcare is predominantly woman work. Right. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I get that. At the same time, though, it's like, oh, yeah. I want to show you guys this. Right here. This kid is in a dangerous spot, right? Check this out. Who do you think saves this kid?
Stop! Keep going! No, keep going! No, this way!
Who takes action? Oh, is that a woman? Is that a woman up there? With her paternal instincts? Oh, it's a man. Surely his mom. Oh no! Wait, another dude.
Oh my God!
Oh, crazy! It's almost like the majority of people just stood on the ground yelling at the kid instead of doing anything. Okay, well, I feel like I've made a decent point here. You know, I had a similar experience myself here. I mean, stuff like this happens all the time, but like my daughter was playing with another little boy. They were running around the park or whatever, and I kind of walk over to them, and there's this like ladder thing that leads up to a slide. This little boy like gets himself like stuck, and he's like, "Help! I need down! I need down!" Look around. You know, my daughter doesn't know what to do. She's looking at me, looking around like she's confused. It's very simple. Yeah, I walked over. You take the kid and you just set him down on the ground, right? Paternal instinct for not my own child. I didn't think about it, you know? I didn't think like, oh man, like what if that parent freaks out, or like what if they believe like I don't have paternal instinct? Oh my God. I don't know. And it's just like this video here. Someone took action. You know what I mean? That's paternal instinct. It is. Men typically do stuff like this all the time. All the time. So, Mary, I don't get where you're coming from. I think you're kind of a sad, sick individual, and I hope things get better for you. I really do. Here we go. Tell me you don't understand how instincts work without telling me you don't understand how instincts work. Men have the same exact parental instincts as women. It is unscientific and sexist to say otherwise. You can literally observe this with the reactions to Pragmata. This makes me want to be a dad. I need to protect her. If anything happens to her, I will destroy reality. All real comments I've seen. Once again, too, just ignoring the fact that video games are an art and a medium that are meant to create or stir up emotion within inside you. And yet that's nowhere in this conversation, like, whatsoever. We instantly jump to, like, it's a game for creepy preds and weirdos. Like, what are you talking about? What in the game actually would make you think that? People, I mean, look at the actual comments of the people playing this game, bro. Like, it's so baseless and stupid. I just cannot believe these people on X and people like Mary. Dude, I just can't understand it. Anyways, I wanted to give a really hard take on this one. Mary is full of poo-poo doo-doo, and I wish her nothing but the best of days and healing in the years to come. So, to you, Mary, I hope things get better. And I hope you heal whatever trauma you've got going on and realize the reality, living in reality, and what that's like for men. And women, by the way, because you almost seem out of touch in that reality as well. But this has stirred up a lot of controversy. It makes absolutely no sense. This one might net me some trouble. And I'm okay with that, because to me, saying this is the right thing. It is. It absolutely is. As a man, as a father, I absolutely had to say something. I had to react to these videos, specifically in this order. I'm not good at this reaction thing. I don't do this often. This is my second video. I had to do it. I had to do it. So let me know in the comments what you guys think, what your thoughts on the whole situation is. And also, I'm going to use this as a moment to say, because of all this BS going on around here, all this crap, I will now be playing Pragmata on stream the following week. I just got to beat Mouse PI for hire, and then I will be diving into that. So, if you want to see a live playthrough, or maybe just the videos afterwards, check out my channel. Maybe you enjoy it and we have a good time. Moldy Lemon, signing out. Don't be a weird psychopath. Have a good day, everybody.